Now, you said that you believe that artists should never have a publishing deal.
No.
Can you explain that to people who... Explain that to a kid that was right now in Baisley Projects.
Yeah.
You know...
Shouts to Baisley.
Yeah, he's on Section 8. He has an opportunity. He has let's just say, for 7's my lucky number, so he has $700,000 looking at him in his face. This $700,000 could change his family, get him out the projects. But then he hears somebody like Kwamé said, who's well experienced, and says, I don't believe, sir, you should take that deal.
Let me ask you a question. How long has he been in the projects with his family?
His whole life.
His whole life, right? So check this out. You get a publishing deal, they're going to give you $700,000. They're giving you $700,000 because they know you probably can make $1.4 million. So they give you $700,000. You hype for the $700,000.
Right.
You take it, but the records that they know you got coming is going to make that $1.4 million within 9 months.
Yep.
You've been in that situation for your whole life. You can't wait 9 months?
Right.
Now, can you wait 9 months? If you can, if you really think about it.
Right, you're right.
Unless somebody, you on the 8th floor and somebody on the 7th floor sending missiles down to you and trying to...
Right.
But guess what? You can still move your people out temporarily. You could get an apartment. You could do whatever you want to do because you're getting your commission for being a producer, or you're getting your album advance, or you're getting whatever you're getting. So you still have some kind of bread. The problem is, sometimes new artists think that whatever bread that they're getting up front, they're going to always get. Whatever bread that they're being offered, they're always going to be offering. It's going to be more, and that's great thinking. That's very positive thinking, and you should think that way. But you should also feel and understand that there's a reality that there's a 1% of artists. We know who the 1% are. Those people continue to thrive.
Right.
The other 99% of all artists may be good for one album, maybe. Nowadays, it's a single. It ain't even an album.
Yep. And I'm sorry to cut you off. Remember your thought. I heard Cameron say on his show, he's like, yo, at least we used to have 2 months. Yeah. He said, yo, you got a week and a half. Yeah. You have a hot album now. Yeah. And I was like,
days sometimes.
And he's like maybe days. 2 weeks. He's like, maybe 2 weeks, but it's really a week. And I'm starting to look, and I'm like, I think he's bugging it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, he's actually telling the truth. It's actually real.
Yeah. Like, so you take this $700,000. Right. Now you can take the money and you can run. You can take the $700,000. You can invest it. You can
still talking about the kid from Baisley. He taking the $700,000.
You can take that $700,000. You can invest it. You should invest it. Do not buy the Benz. Don't get the chain. You invest it in something that will turn your $700,000 over. And it's very hard because you sitting up in Baisley. Nobody's there to teach you who to invest it. And that's the problem with this industry. No OG ever comes back and shows the young kid, yo, don't do that. No matter what, because money is real shiny, man. It's real shiny when it's up front. So my suggestion is if you get a publishing deal, get something called an admin deal, an administration deal.
They give you like 10%,
they take 10% of your money, they find it, they collect it. That $700,000, you're going to make it anyway in 9 months, or 1.2 or 2.5 or 7.8, whatever it is, you're going to make it if you have that hit. Now, here goes the crazy gamble, and this is all a gamble.
Okay.
What if you didn't take the $700,000 and you flopped? You're gonna stay in Baisley. You know, you're still in.
Wow.
You're still in Baisley.
That's the gamble.
That's the super gamble.
But what is the loss again? Because I don't think we explained. What are they losing when they do?
So when you take the $700,000, the publishing company now owns whatever the percentage you agreed with. Let's say it's 50%. It don't go lower than 50. So now they own you 50%, almost for life.
Yeah, because from there, from there, when a movie companies call for that record, then it's up to the publishing company, and they negotiate whatever they want. You're not involved.
I give you a perfect example. Usually I get to negotiate my thing, but just this year alone, and I'm not, nothing against the artist, she probably don't even know, but Kehlani sampled my record, Only You. I had no idea. Somebody called me, was like, yo, you heard that new Kehlani album? I'm like, what do you mean? Track number 5. Like, what the hell? And I listened to it. I hear my voice. I hear my record. I'm like, and she's singing the record is dope. It's called 8. And I'm like, yo, all right. It's about eating ass or whatever, but it's still.
Oh yeah, because she showed the other side, right?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, this is what we doing. So I don't know if I would have approved a record like that on top of my beat, but hey, it is what it is. And
Hey man, you got to live in a new generation.
yeah, man, it is what it is, man.
Come on, guy.
Yeah. and so the record is what it is. But I'm like, I didn't know about it. I didn't approve it, but not realizing that my publishing deal from 2003 or whatever
They the ones who
gave them the
negotiated.
first
Yeah.
right to the refusal to approve.
Okay.
As opposed to another thing where there was a chance. I don't remember the name of the production, but there was a production where, because I score films, so I'm scoring this film.
Oh, Fantastic Four too, right?
Yeah. I worked on Fantastic. I didn't score the whole thing,
Okay.
but I worked on it. But just say, let's use Fantastic Four.
That's a good
for
check.
an
Let's just make a noise for the check.
Yeah.
It was like a great check. I'm sorry, man. I'm bragging for you. Let's go.
No, checks are great.
Okay.
So just say I wanted
I'm bragging
to
for
use,
you.
and this is the actual record. I wanted to use the record I did for Lloyd Banks, On Fire.
On fire.
in the film, and it almost didn't happen because I was like, yeah, let's put this here. Human Torch, he gets on fire, boom,
Right.
on fire up in
Right.
here. So that's how it went in the movie. But what people don't know, when they submitted it, Universal was like, we want X amount of dollars or it can't happen, even though I already said yes. But the publishing company was like, nah,
Wait, from Lloyd Banks Publishing Company?
no, because I had publishing in the song.
Okay.
My publishing company had
Your
to
publisher.
agree.
Okay.
And they didn't. I said yeah, but the publishing company I was signed to did
Okay.
not say
Okay, I
yeah.
understand.
And that almost blocked the bag because they had this publishing fee. And so it's like, at what point do you want to be free to roam with your music?
Right.
At what point do you want to be able to make the decisions that you feel are right for your music? And there's times that I had to make a decision and make, they always say sometimes act and then apologize later. Don't ask for
Right.
permission first.
Right. Right.
So it's like sometimes you got to make those weird moves like that just to be able to keep your shit going.
All right.
Well,
listen, new artists.
It's up to you,
I
man.
mean, like you said, it's a gamble.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
How much do you want to gamble on yourself? How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you believe in your future? Do you think 700? If you think somebody's offering you 700 grand
Right.
off the rip, that's the thing I'm trying to
You
tell you.
should understand the multiple
You
of
got
what they're
to
looking
You
at.
understand that you're probably worth
Like, if
1.4.
it was a deal
He's
with
correct.
somebody, you're never going to give them the best price.
Right.
You're
right,
never doing
right,
it.
Right.
And even if you keep negotiating, whatever price they land at, they still, you never gonna everybody thinks they outsmarted some
Nah.
evil conglomerate out there that's been slinging records since 1958. They may change the name of the company, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, their math is immaculate.
Yeah, that's like,
Because you know why though, Kwame? Is most of us, right? All of our first deals have always been the horriblest deals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And a lot of us, like, I believe from even Nas to Jay to everyone, they will always say that their first deal was bad, right? So, but a lot of them made it afterwards. So a lot of people think like that. They say, you know what?
But
I'll
they
take
the
this fucked
1%.
up. Yeah, I'll take this
Right,
fucked up
that's-
publishing
that's the
deal
thing that's not
for
being
700
understood.
grand. I'll be 700 grand richer, and then I'll make it better. Some people make it better,
Yeah.
and then some people stay trapped in that rabbit hole. See, it's never stories about the people that's trapped in the rabbit hole. It's
Yeah.
always stories about the people who actually made it.
Those are the ones that shine the brightest,
Yeah,
though.
the people
That's what
that-
everybody
yeah.
sees.
Yeah.
like luckily for me, like I was saying, luckily for me, the money that I took was a good amount of money, right? And then I did a Will Smith record.
Switch.
Yeah, Switch. I did the
Come on,
record
point.
Switch. And at that time, Will was doing great in films. His films were rocking, but he had no records out
Yeah.
at that point. And so when I did the record, first of all, the deal structure he had, they didn't even give me my whole fee for the record. I did a deal. I was like, I'll do it for half.
Because your publishing company didn't want you to do it, right?
They were like, I just did my publishing deal. And they were like, yo, do you think you want to reconsider the Will Smith record? I'm like, why would I want to do that? Like, this is an international superstar. Why would I want to reconsider this record? Like, well, we don't think the record could do well. We don't know if he's good in the market. This is all, everything is about like 50 Cent at the time, Jay at the time.
Right.
So they're like, I don't know about a Will Smith record. I'm like, well, let's see. And they said, well, we want to renegotiate your deal.
Right.
Which means either you're going to owe us more money or give us some money back.
All right.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give y'all money back. Y'all already got me for money. Now I'm supposed to be giving y'all money back. I said, let's see what happens. So when the record came out, the record was #1 in like 20 countries.
And you recouped like
and
that.
I super recouped. And then I'm like, yo, was that the real play? Was the real play to get me to not take it so that I didn't have to recoup? Or you know what I'm saying?
So say that slower for the people that.
So the play, what if the play was this?
But let's describe it. So he gets a publishing deal.
Yeah, I get a publishing deal. I get X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
I do, the first record I do under the publishing deal is the Will Smith record. I am told that maybe I should reconsider doing this record because it might not do well. And it may look bad on your.
And you're the hot producer, and Will is not really that hot. He's just in the movie.
Will is hot as a filmmaker, but he's not. He has no records in the marketplace at the time.
Right.
So they try to get me to reconsider it or renegotiate my deal that I just did a month ago for less money and give back the balance, or have to owe a lot more. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, nah, chill. So by the time the record comes out, I make all the money they gave me back.
But what does not chill mean though exactly? When you say
I'm
you
not
just
gonna
put them on ice and say we're not going to negotiate at all?
Yeah, I'm not going to negotiate at all.
Okay.
Let the record come out because the record is on its way out.
Right, okay.
Let the record come out. The record does what is doing what it does. So now they're happy because like they got 50% of my pocket.
Right.
So the record is popping. They're getting 50%, but I also recoup. Now the thing is, for people that don't understand, what you're being given, they're not giving you money. No record label, no publishing company ever gives you money. They lend you money.
Yeah, it's a loan.
They lend you your own money.
With high interest.
With interest,
Yeah, with interest.
Right.
So this guy. So then I paid back my loan, and now they have to pay me, and they expect to give you a high yield on it, and they expect you to owe and never have to pay out. They don't expect by the next payout.
Right.
They got to give you a couple of $100
on the first record. That's crazy.
On the first record. And, you know, and I think as a producer, I'm not going to say I've produced on a lot of stuff, but I've produced on a lot of quality stuff. So like my resume, there's over 45 million records sold based on the artists that I chose to work with and be on it. Every album was multiple 2, 3, 4, 5 times platinum. So that pushes that money back. So now it's like my situation now is just more of an admin deal. They're just collecting and I don't have to owe them anything. But that took years to understand and years to realize. And so back to your man in Baisley, he don't have that time to understand that possible future for him. You know, like we can name way too many artists that got the super popping record. The record is popping, then the publishing company kicks in and now they want to scrape up the rewards. He would have got those rewards anyway. You know, that's the point. He would have gotten those things anyway. So, like I said, it's crazy, man.